Hey guys, this is Matthias from 5 Minutes of Poker. Today I'm going to do some range research with the help of hand2note, and as you can see in front of me, this is a spot from a hand that I played last week. That was curious to see how the population acts, because it's not a very common spot, but it's a spot where you get sort of confused, and I'm interested to see if there's any trends. So I'm just gonna replay the hand quick, and we'll start discussing. So middle position min raises to $4. Cutoff folds. I 3-bet with kings to $14. The blinds fold. And this guy, who is pretty short, only playing around 77 big blinds, in min 4 bets. And this is always something that when I see this, I usually get kind of scared, and but because it's exactly min 4 betting, it could potentially be a misclick. He intended to click fold, but he clicked raise instead. But with kings, I'm never folding here, obviously. So I shoved it in, and I was up against aces. And this, it's a bit result oriented. But anyway, I decided to make some stats in hand2note, and to see what I could dig up. So first I had to define what a small 4-bet is, and in the way hand2note defines it is as a proportion of the previous bet, and it's the entire bet. So I decided to put in between 1.5 to 2 times the previous bet. And if you look at the betting size here, this is in big blinds. So if the first guy raises to 3 and someone 3-bets to 9, a small 4-bet size would be 15 to 18 big blinds. If the first raiser raises to 2x and then to 8x, a small 4-bet size would be somewhere between 14 and 16. 14 is the minimum 4-bet, because the raise from 2 to 8 is 6 big blinds, so you have to raise at least to 14. And then I also made sure that no one had less than 60 big blinds, and that the bet wasn't all in. It doesn't really matter, but so I'm gonna show you the results first. First, I have I've made a report with all players I have that have at least 1,000 hands on, and you see it's very infrequent. It only happens 0.3% of the time. And since I haven't managed to only display which hands that are raised, I made another stat that summarizes how often the hand is queens, kings, or aces. So not ace king, only truly powerful pocket pairs. And if I look at all players that I have at least 1,000 hands on, when they're min 4 betting, like making a really small 4-bet, they have queens, kings, or aces 44% of the time. So if you would have a hand like tens or jacks, or maybe ace king that you're considering to go all in with pre-flop, against the general population, I would suggest against it. I also have made 2 different fish or regular player aliases. The first one I call aggro-fish, and they have at least 45% VPIP and 20% pre-flop raise. And you can see here that these players have a lot more random hands. They only have 32% queens or better. So against An aggro fish, their range seems to be a lot weaker. I also have a regular fish definition, and this is players who have at least 30% VPIP and then maximum 5% 3-bet. So these are more your limping passive fishes, and you can see here from the sample that I have is that they have 49% queen plus. So it seems that passive fishes that min raise in the 4-bet pots tend to have a lot stronger range than aggressive fishes, and overall a min raise or a small 4-bet seems to be an indication of strength. So you can use that information and I'll see if you have any suggestions of other interesting spots that you want me to analyze. Just leave me a message and I'll see what I can do. Bye.